Okay, so just demonstrating in-field design in Pocket3D. So we're in simulation mode. The cross is where we are standing on site, and there's some shortcuts that you can configure over here. So we're going to survey like a center line and then create a trench profile around that. To start the polyline, we can organize this into layers. I've got this custom drain layer. So we'll start that. It'll measure for 3 seconds by default. You can edit that time, but 3 seconds is kind of standard. So we've taken the first point, and then we'd walk forward as we go. It's going to keep track of how far we've gone. So go up here a little bit. Hit enter on the field controller, we'll take another shot, and every time we take a shot, it'll pin down that polyline. So if we want to, the length timer starts again. So we'll give this a bit of shape. Hit enter on the controller. You just continue until you've surveyed your center line. Once you're finished, you can press stop, and there's our polyline. If you select it on screen, it'll pick one segment, give you the length. If you click it again, it'll select the entire polyline, so you can see we've got 44 meters. By pressing and holding on the screen, you can do a bunch of things in here. This is sort of the long way in. You can do offsets, you can edit that, you could hide that layer, change the color, delete it, things like that. If you really just want to quickly do a design, press the shortcut button over here. It'll take you straight into trench design. So it has 3 shapes sort of preloaded, and you can save more. So it's got a basic V trench, it's got a U shape, and you can get into like benching and stuff like that. I'll just start with the U trench. And it has different segments. So the segment 1 here, if I change it, you'll see the effect it has. We go 1 meter. So it's 1 meter from the center line out to this invert point. And this sort of second element, I can just do a 1-to-1 little batter here. You can see the effect that has. Now when you hit next, it's going to apply that along the center line that we surveyed. So that's all done. And now we have a 3D surface. You can apply it to the left side only, the right side only, or both sides. What that lets you do is you could have a different shape on the left to the right, so you could have quite a complex design if you wanted to. And by default, it'll do this tin surface, which is good for machine control. We've also got this road option. If you want, that's kind of more for survey orientated work if you want to set it out like change and offsets and things like that. But tin is probably the easiest. So I'll say next, we give it a name. And if we set it as the active surface, here it is. I'll just clear that selection. And zoom in. Now that we can go and get cut and fills off that straight off the rover. We can move that over to any machine control system, Topcon machine control system, and get a cut and fill. So survey, stake out, surface check. It's in simulation, so there's no cut or fill. But yeah, hope that helps.